On today's video, we're going to talk about how to use your corporate network to fuel your business. I am your host, Jay Britton, and I'm excited about today's episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below so I can continue to make content for you. Let's talk about your corporate network. Okay, now when we talk about network, we think of your net worth, and that's so true. If you have low network of people, then you're only could go so far. But if you have a high level of, stock with, relationships, networks, and you have a spirit of excellence, and you just operate in such a way to where people want to refer you to organizations, opportunities, advancements, you're going to be picked for those opportunities because you have those intangible skills, integrity, hard work, commitment. And I've been able to see it in real time. My client, this is what she opened my mind up to, is office politics at the highest level. And she's such a savage when it comes to knowing how to navigate that terrain, knowing who the key players are, who's the allies, who's the sponsors, who's your ops, who's the people that are pushing back. I've learned so much in working with her, but I'm here to tell you, if you have a solid network, it's going to improve your net worth over time. So how can you tap into your network to grow your net worth? Well, it's easy, right? I'll use her again. If you're a speaker and you're looking for different opportunities and you have a great track record, you're able to go back to the organizers, to the leaders at those organizations and ask, hey, I have this speaking business that I've been doing, and I've been really putting a lot of effort into it. Whether you've written a book or you have published articles about a specific subject and you're really working that craft, people are going to go out of their way. I'm saying it in real time, go out of their way to recommend you to an organization. If you have to speak for free, that's fine, right? Because again, we're playing a long game, not the short game. That is going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to take you just showing up day in and day out to get those opportunities. But we wouldn't be able to get those opportunities if the networking stock wasn't there. So I see it in real time, and she does such a great job of navigating egos, navigating projects, and pushing initiatives. And that's why she's had so much success really fast. And in every opportunity, every role she's had is because she never burns bridges. And that's the key. And she always executes on the task, her job, her leadership. She walks with integrity. She has that down. So that's easier for her to get certain opportunities, is because she has a track record of success, and she leaves organization better than she came to it, right? So that's key. You got to have just a character. You got to show up. You got to have work ethic. So if you guys are wanting to advance your career, you guys need to go to jorymundy.com. She has a book. It's on Amazon. It's called 7 Steps. Matter of fact, it's right here. Right here, 7 steps, right? From doubt to clout. This is your fast track, right? Your 7-step fast track guide to becoming an executive. Like that right there is a game changer. Tap into all things Jory Mundy on jorymundy.com. All right, so back to it. So when we're talking about networking, when we think of networking, it shouldn't feel icky. It should feel natural. It should feel like you genuinely want to help someone or organization, not because of, what's in it for me, right? Like I'm gonna do this for you. It's not transactional. It's relationships. If you guys get anything from this, it's all about when it comes to networking, being able to execute and be a person of your word, or relationships. Do you tap into those networks or organization? Do they have a great impression of you? Do they feel like you're going to be a good fit for that speaking engagement, or to coach this organization, or to consult with this organization? So it's all about networking organically, and people will Man, I'm telling you, I'm seeing it in real time. People will go above and beyond to put you on a pedestal and recommend you for the opportunity that you're seeking. But you got to have those tangible strategies, characteristics about yourself when it comes to networking. You have to plant, water, and then cultivate, right? When you're thinking about networking, you don't go super hardcore. Don't be spammy. Don't do that. You get those calls, the spam calls, those bill collectors or whoever call you over and over. You don't want to be like that. You want to plant the seed, build a relationship, like really connect with the individual. Then you want to tap in and genuinely build with them. Coffee, lunch, it could be a mentor, it could be a coach, it could be leaders at an organization. You want to wash and repeat. And then so when you go back to ask or to inquire about an opportunity, they're like, Jay was top of mind because he's kept that rapport. He's a solid dude. He executes on this. That's how that works. So you don't want to be too pushy. You need to plant the seed. You need to water it, rinse and repeat. Plant, water, cultivate the soil. When you do that, you turn those corporate connections into possibly clients. I literally seen in real time from a couple of different clients, because they do what they do, because they're advocates for themselves and for others, that they've been blessed with opportunities to speak on stage about a specific topic because they're not transactional. They live it every day, and people know them for who they are to speaking about a cause or a specific problem, right? They're problem solvers. They're leaders in that space. So you got to be known for that. If you're not known for showing up, if you're not known for being an expert, if you're not known for being a master at a thing, then they won't refer you. So you have to build up that cachet. You have to build up that network. You have to build up that work ethic. People have to see it. They have to see it. You can't just be like, oh, I want this opportunity, but you haven't put out a video. You haven't put out a podcast. You haven't put out an article on the subject. You haven't spoke for free. You haven't paid your dues. If you haven't paid your dues, then they won't pay you. Oh, that's all I'm preaching. And if you haven't paid your dues, they won't pay you. They won't pay you in money. They won't pay you in attention. They won't. So you have to put in that work. It's an art. It's really, really an art in building long-lasting, not just corporate connections and network, but just in life. It's an art. You just don't, have a friend that you were close with, did everything, and just not talk to that individual, but then you hit them up again and it's an emergency for you and you need them, and they're going to be like, what? No, bro, I don't. What's up? How you been? How's the family? What? That's weird. Like that's transactional, and you can't go far in building your business if you don't have a great network. So you can leverage your corporate network in so many different ways. It's just beyond me in consulting. If you're in transition and you're trying to, maybe retire, well, what type of history do you have with that organization or your network on your way out? Can you make that pivot into transitioning? Do you have a great rapport with the industry leaders that you're trying to consult for? Did you leave a trail of bad, or burnt bridges? Like, I'm seeing that too, right? I'm seeing in real time from different clients that, and certain leaders that are trying to make that transition, it's hard for them to make that transition because they're just burnt out. They didn't set up things in place to start their consulting. They didn't set certain practices or systems to make that transition smooth. So if you want to learn how to do that, no shameless plug, you need to tap in with me because that's what I am on and all about, and to help leaders build themselves a digital, sustainable, automated business that they can supplement or also, just pay for retirement. You can do it. It's real. There's a 1% that do this at a high level, and I want you to be that 1%, but you need to do the research for yourself. Do the research for yourself. And after you go down that rabbit trail, you'll see that this is real. And again, back to land this plane on this video, it's all about what you put in, how you're showing up, how people perceive you. Do you execute on your word? Are you transactional, or are you building that relationship organically, not about what's in it for me because somebody has a seat that you want to use? That no, people can sniff that out. You need to genuinely care about people and add value. Side note, each relationship or each interaction that I have with leaders or just people in general, I promise God knows my heart. How can I help them? That's the first step. Okay, cool. Like I'm trying to connect the dots. Even if it doesn't work, I'm trying to genuinely connect the dots. And that's a bonus for you. If you really want to be a great person that has a great network, always think, how can you do for others before you do for yourself? And keep that relationship, nurture the relationship. Do for them, show them that you have value and you can show up. Show them that you have character, and you'll have more opportunities than you can handle. I guarantee you. If this was helpful for you guys and you're curious about what is a digital business, or how can I become a coach, or how can I become a speaker and have my income automated, well, you need to tap in with the link below, and we're going to see if we're a good fit. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this with a colleague, a family member, another business owner, so we can continue to grow and scale together. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.